Hey everyone, welcome back to our channel. I'm Umesh Gupta, and you just saw the demo of what we are going to build in this video. So let's get started. So we go to the questions tab here. This is the question: how to build a password strength checker in React.js. Let's solve it. So we have this open now. So this is the description that in this question you need to build a password strength checker in React.js that shows the strength of the password out of 10 and a progress bar where the progress is determined by the strength. So this is a very good beginner friendly question that if you're appearing for, let's say, UI1, then this could be a good question for machine coding round. I saw this question on internet somewhere, so I thought why not to share this with everybody. So let's go through all the conditions first and let's note them down. So this says that password length should be between 6 and 32. Okay, so this is password length. Next is strength of the password is a combination of its length and the type of the characters in the password. So strength here, as the name suggests, means how strong your password is. And it says that the strength of the password is a combination of its length and the type of characters. So that means it is a function of password length plus character type. Next is max possible strength is 10. So max strength is equal to 10. If the password has at least one uppercase letter, then the strength increases by 1. So if uppercase letter, I'm writing UCL uppercase letter, then strength increases by 1. I think this is the case for lowercase. Then we have digit. So I'm reading from here. Uh, one special character. Okay. So if it has a lower case letter, then strength increases 1. If we have at least one digit, then increases 1. And the next one is if the password has at least one special character. So if one special character, then 1. So here it mentioned that if strength is greater than 3 and less than equal to 6, then the password is considered to be weak. If strength is greater than 6 and less than 8, then password is considered to be moderate. And if strength is greater than 8, then the password is considered to be strong. So we have the ranges. And the last one is if the password is less than 3, so password length is less than 3, then the strength should be considered 0. So if password dot length is less than 3, then strength is equal to 0. Okay. So this is a very simple algorithm. So let's see. Let's set up the basic HTML structure first. So what we are going to do here is that we are going to return a div from here. In this div, we are going to let's have an h1 called password strength checker. This is h1. Now, as we have seen in the demo, that we need an input field and we need a progress bar and we need a string strength, which is going to the messaging that strength of your password. So let's make it uppercase. So we need an input field now. So in this question, the type would be text, and we are not adding value in on change as of now, but we will. Then we need the progress bar. So we are going to name it progress container, and inside this progress container, we need the actual progress bar. So class name progress bar, and after all this, we need that message. The strength of your password is, let's say for now it is, let's say 0. So we are hard coding it as of now. So if we see here that we are seeing that password strength checker so and so, let's add a class of class name of app to the our container. So we added the markup. Let's add the styling. So I'm going to copy paste the styling for now because it's very simple, but I'm going to explain. I'm going to talk about the styling. So I pasted it. So it's as simple as that. In the for the app, we are saying the width is 70%, margin auto, padding 20, text line center, and anything inside the app, we are setting the width to 100%. The input element we are just setting padding to it and border, and the progress container, this one, we are just adding a height. So if I add some background color to it just to show you, background red. So this is the progress container, as you can see on the right hand side of the screen. And inside that we have the progress bar where height is 0, max width is 100, and border radius is 5 pixel for now. So we added the markup. Now let's add the state management and interactivity to our code. So for the input element, we need to capture the input. So we need a variable called password, and we need a on change handler, handle password change. Let's call it. Let's create this variable. So we have password, we have set password. So useState from React. Let's import this useState from React, and let's create this function const handle password change. This would capture the event. From event, let's take the value, and let's call, let's set password, and we pass the value here. Let's format it. So now if we type anything, so we are capturing it. Now let's add, so the aim of this question is that once we capture the password, we have to compute the strength, and based on the strength, we have to show the strength here, actual value, and we have to increase the progress bar. So we created the markup. Now we need the styling, the what is the actual uh, progress bar width and the background color. So first, let's create a variable to store strength, and we call it set strength. So use state, as of now it is 0, by, and we are going to show the strength here. And we need a variable, we need something to store the width and the styling for the progress bar. So let's create another state which is called progress bar styles, and update a function called set progress bar styles. So use state. So by default, the width is, let's say, 0%, and the background color is transparent, and we can take these styles and pass here style. So let's say if I change it, let's say I make it 10% and I change the background color to red. So you'll see that our strength increases. If I make it 50, then it sets to 50. So this is what we are going to compute, that we are going to compute strength. Okay, sorry, the dollar. We are going to compute strength, and based on that strength, the progress bar will change. So let's make it 0, and let's make it transparent. So we created the markup, we added the interactivity. Now it's time to actually compute the strength. So now what, when we have to when do we actually have to compute the strength? We have to compute the strength whenever our password changes. So that means it is a side effect that when something changes, then we need to recompute. So let's, in this case, use effect is our friend. So we'll write an effect. Let's do one thing. Let's bring it a bit. So we have use effect here. We'll pass a function, and whenever our password changes, we will call this effect. So in this effect, what we have to do is that we have to calculate strength and calculate progress bar styles based on strength. And as we have seen that strength is a function of length plus character type. So let's take an example here. Let's say I have a string called a at the rate ai or a1. Just add a number here. So this string. Now let's break it down. Now, and we know that the total strength could be max strength uh, would be 10 only, up to 10. So let's say we have this string, this password. Now let's first talk about the character type. So we have an uppercase letter, we have a special character, we have a lowercase letter, and we have a number. So for every uh, character, we can add +1. So let's say initially it's 0. So for special character, we add 1. So it becomes 1. Then for special character, we add 1 and it becomes 2. Then for lowercase, we add 1, then it becomes 3. And for number, we add 1 and it becomes 4. So that means the maximum number of the maximum amount of strength we can calculate based on the character type could be 4, because for every uppercase, if there is at least one uppercase, one special character, one lowercase, one number, we can add only one. So the max possible value is 4. So that means that the max strength by length could be 10 minus 4, which is 6. That means that if you have any string, let's say this string, so this string, the max strength by the password based on its length could be only 6. So we saw that for any string, if we calculate the length, calculate the strength by length, then it would be max 6. But the we don't know what exactly it would be. It could be up to 6 or exact 6, or it could be less than that. So let's implement it. Let's write some code, and when we come to this use case, then we will discuss it again. So for now, we'll declare a variable. Let's say our total strength is 0, and so let's do one thing. Let's handle the if we can see, we can handle some escape condition. So here it is. If the password length is less than 3, then strength should be considered as 0. So that means we have to consider only if password length is greater than 3. Else strength, we can directly assign strength as 0. Now we saw that the strength is a function of length and character type. So let's create a variable called strength by length. So we know that max, it could be 6, but we don't know the actual value. It could be 4, it could be 3, it could be 2, and so on. So how we are going to calculate it? So we are going to calculate it by math.min maximum strength and math.floor password.length divided by 3. Now you must be wondering that what does this formula means, that math.min 6 comma math.floor password.length divided by 3, and from where are we getting this 3? So let me explain. Let's say we have a string called, so this is as of now 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8. So 8 characters, let's say, or maybe we can add one more character. So we know that max it can go up to 6. Now, if we implement the formula that min max strength and password dot length, which is 9 here, and divided by 3. Now, what is this 3? So, 3 is the minimum strength. We know that that if the strength is greater than 3 and less than equal to 6, then the password is considered to be weak. So for our password to lie in any range, then the minimum strength has to be 3. So that is why we are calculating here. So if we divide, we calculate here, so min 6 by 3. So we get 3. So that means the strength of this string, this password based on length is 3. Okay, let's take this example, where we were calculating password by length. So we have this password. We know that the max it could go to 6, and if we apply the same formula here, min 6 comma floor, uh, which we are having. Oh, okay, we forgot floor here. There it has to be floor. So floor, which 4 divided by 3. So we are going to get 6 comma min of 6 comma 1, which is going to be 1. That means this password by length is going to have 1 as as the strength. And if we add, and we know as we calculated above, that by character type the strength of this password would be 4. So if we calculate about total strength, then the total strength would be 5. So let's do one thing. Let's calculate that. So let strength by character type equal to 0. And now we have to check. Let's say if as number dot test, we are going to define this variable. I'm just writing for now. So test, uh, it's going to be password. That means that if password has a number, at least one number, then we'll add strength by character type plus 1. Let's copy paste it 4 times. Let's format the code. Let's say as uppercase, as lowercase, and this one would be as special character. And our total password, total strength would be strength by length plus strength by character type. So let's let's define this hash number as uppercase. So we go to the files menu, we create a new file called utils.js. We open this file. So in this file we are going to define it. So export const hash number. Basically these are regex. So this means that if there is any digit. So next one is as uppercase. So this would be defined as A to Z. Next we have as lowercase. So this would be defined as A to Z. Next we have export con as special character. So I'm not going to type this one. I'm going to just copy paste this one. So has special characters. This is the one, and we are exporting. Now we go to our app.js. Let's import this file. So we are going to import all of these from the utils. So we have that. Let's refresh white screen. Okay, so total strength. So now we imported all the utils. We define that by strength we are calculating the sorry, by length we are calculating the strength, and by character type we are also calculating the strength. Now, once we have calculated, set call the let's update the state, so total strength. And so now if I type the string a at the rate a1, it's breaking if okay, it's a typing error, it's has special characters. Alright, so let's refresh it. So it's a at the rate 1. So see, the strength of your password is 5. That means that the strength by length is 1 and the strength by character type is 4. So total is 5. And if we test the this one, it's coming out to be 4. Uh, yes, because by length it is 3 and we are by character type it is 1. So it is coming out to be 4 because uh, all the characters are lowercase, so we add 1, so the total strength is 4. But our progress bar is not updating, so let's fix that. Let's define a variable here called updated progress bar styles, and by default let's add the background color as red. Okay, so we are initially we talked about that we have to calculate the progress bar based on strength, and in this description the ranges were we were the ranges were mentioned that these are that if the strength is greater than 3 and less than equal to 6, then it is weak, greater than 6 and less than equal to 8, then moderate, and greater than 8, then it is considered to be strong. So now, first of all, we have to uh, translate the strength into the width of the progress bar. So how we are going to do that? Let's close this. So updated progress width is equal to, we can okay, so width, it's going to be calculated by total strength into 10 and percentage. So that means if the strength is 3, total strength is 3, then it our width of the progress bar would be 30%, and 4 it would be 40%, and 40%, and so on. So now let's add some coloring. So if total strength is greater than 8, then it is strong. So updated progress bar styles dot background color, let's add green. And else if total strength is greater than 6, then updated progress bar styles background color is orange. And let's set progress bar styles, updated progress bar styles. So let's refresh this once. Let's call this. So if I type, let's say the same one, so it is 5 and it is still red because it's a weak password. Let's say I add Devtools Tech, then it is 6, but it is not greater than 6. So let's say I add X or something complex, Devtools at the rate tech at the rate 123. So it is 9, and we are in green. Let's add a couple of more characters and it is 10. So it's worked. So this brings end to our video. We passed all the cases, we added the markup and interactivity. As I mentioned earlier, this is a very beginner friendly question, though the algorithm is pretty straightforward and pretty strict. If you want to build something complex, then uh, be my guest and please do share your algorithm with me, do share your logic with me. I hope you like this video. If you did, then please do like, share, and subscribe. Thank you. Have a nice day.